Greetings, my fellow intellectuals and bookworms. We finally finished a stack of book reviews I promised for a while, so now we'll be doing more new ones. So, first of all, I just got back from college. This is Thursday, the last day of my college week, and got out early because I only have one class. But today we're going to be reviewing this book, Mountains Beyond Mountains. Basically, it was a book I picked up for cheap at an antique store at my grandparents' out in the middle of nowhere's Fuckingville, Indiana, a little town called North Webster. And technically, my grandparents don't even live there; they live in a nowhere area, but that's just not worth explaining. Got it at book at an antique shop where they have kind of like a small market where they have stalls for everything. More good books here. This is one of the ones I read on my trip. I'm pretty sure I completed it at my grandparents', but I may have actually completed it in Africa on my trip there. So, yeah, we're going to review this book. It's about Dr. Paul Farmer, American doctor who decides to go to very dangerous areas to treat sick people, TB and shit like that. A very interesting fact. Ever heard of the show House MD? If not, you should probably check that out. I'm not sponsored by whatever fucking channel has it, by the way. It's about this doctor. He's rude, arrogant, doesn't care a fuck about other people's feelings and stuff. He's an atheist and blah, blah, blah. Called Dr. House. He insults people, but he's a genius pathologist. Sorry for jerking up. What? Right, that's not the camera's fault. I just looked up for a second. Who treats all sorts of diseases, and the reason he's allowed to get away with such stuff is because he's bad. Anywho, how does this tie into our book? Well, it does. Just give me a second. They have it about this American doctor who goes to third world countries. It's implied to be Africa, who treats TB and collapses from TB. And House MD has a lot of cases that are like ripped from the headlines if we're using Law and Order SVU terminology. Speaking of that, it's a great show, but I wonder how the fuck it's still on for 20 fucking seasons, 1990s to now, and technically, even though it might be canceled this season, it's been on for fucking ever. You wouldn't think you could make like 20 fucking seasons and almost 20 years of content about nothing but a police unit who solves rapes and related crimes and who shit like that. But anywho, that's beside the point. Anywho, so in Dr. House, he's having a board meeting and he collapses. It turns out to be TB, but it's either TB, and the episode is TB or not TB, if I remember correctly. Matter of fact, I don't think it was TB based on the actual thing. But here's how it relates to the book. That event is explained in this book itself. He has a board meeting and he collapses. The thing about being in the hospital and being treated by Dr. House and such never happened, but the basics of the story itself is there. And that's a great way to do fiction. Take events that actually happened and slightly change them or add a little bit on. And they mentioned it in this book. Also, the book I reviewed, Icebound, also covers an Our Dr. House episode about the doctor in Antarctica. So, great book. In this case, I got it for $2 because it was on closeout instead of $6. And even better, I didn't even spend the money. My grandpa did because, he loves me and spoils me rotten. So, final thoughts. Great book. I would give it... It's a little slow to build up. I would give it 4 out of 5 stars. So I would recommend you buy it from Amazon, from Barnes & Noble, your local bookstore, the library book sale, anywhere. Definitely worth paying full price, even if you have to buy it new. This is just the first of many new book reviews I'll be doing, so... And if you haven't already, I did a big upload of 2 back-to-back videos and one before that, so get caught up on my content if you feel like it. Don't mean to pressure you, but that helps my channel. and like, comment, and subscribe if you have not done so. This is Sean Hartnett wishing you a good day, and I will be returning with more reviews soon, and also some my political content, some of my other stuff, as well as possibly even a full-length documentary.